The Edwards twins are performing in Montreal this weekend. They are world-class celebrity impressionists who headline in Las Vegas. They'll be performing on our show in a few minutes. Sheldon Kagan is the Montreal impresario who brought them here. He joins me now to talk about the Edwards twins and a number of other shows he's got going on. So there you are in Sheldon Kagan's world. And at what point do you hear about the Edwards twins and see what they do and maybe even go watch a show?
Yeah.
Or...
Well, I heard from them basically 6 months ago. And
Just 6 months ago?
This all happened so quick. They were in Providence, Rhode Island, working in a restaurant of a former Montrealer. And he said, look, I really would like you to come see us. And I get so many people pitching me, you know, like, okay, send me your demo. He sent me the demo, pure later, 24 hours later, 3 days later, I hadn't got to it. And he called and said, what do you think? So I listened, and I said, wow, these guys are incredible. So that weekend, my wife and my son Barry headed off to Rhode Island to go see them. And we're seeing them in this reception hall with, you know, high but concerns, you know, still. And as soon as they started playing, I said, I want them, I love them, they're great. And we cut a deal, and now I've taken over as their Canadian manager.
Wow.
And decided to bring them to Montreal to do this concert. And right after this, we're going to launch a Canadian tour.
What most amazes you about their talent and what they do? And
they're phenomenal. They're really passionate. You know, they study the performers. They look and sound like the performers. You'd almost believe that Barbra Streisand is there in front of you when you hear them do Barbra Streisand. They are amazing, and I've got huge plans for them. We're going to do a DVD. We're going to do tours. Maybe I'm going to bring them to the Caribbean. They're really fun, and they're really great people to work with.
Wow. Another superstar female singer, Dionne Warwick, who you've got coming to Montreal.
Yeah, we brought her, we just contracted her to come to Montreal December 2nd, and I'm going to try as much as possible to have a Montreal connection for all my shows. So as the opening act, I've got Oliver Jones and Ranee Lee, who already should be able to fill Place des Arts. And we also went to see Dionne Warwick, myself and my wife Linda, last week in Atlantic City, and it's the same thing. She's 70 years old. And she sings phenomenal. As soon as she started doing those hits, everybody grew up to Dionne Warwick. I mean, it's just amazing. So that's the direction we're going on now. We're doing all kinds of concerts. We're going to pick and choose who we bring and do some really special shows.
International Tenors.
Yeah, the International Tenors are coming September 24th.
To Place des Arts.
Place des Arts. And they do Bocelli, Pavarotti, Josh Groban. Really, really, really excellent. So if you're an opera fan or a pop fan, this is like a really incredible act to go see. Got
a comedy show coming. Maybe we can listen to one of the clips of the comedians who we've got coming.
Get ready, Quebec. Pretty soon you're going to turn right on the red. Wow, don't panic. It's going to be okay. But this is a right turn. And like we didn't already, right? It's left, right, straight, whatever. It's the red light.
The LOL Montreal Comedy Show is coming September 9th, also to Place des Arts?
Yeah, my wife's birthday.
Oh, you won't forget that date.
A big present. And I have Franco Taddeo, Scott Falconbridge, Freddie James, and Derek Seguin. So these are 4 really excellent Montreal comics, and the show is going to be all about Montreal.
Okay.
So it really will be fun. We're going to talk about potholes and poutine and you name it. And this will be actually the first comedy show that I've produced. I incorporated a company called KK for Kagan Comedy, and we're going to do a whole bunch of comedy shows.
So these, because they're talking about Montreal, does that mean they're from Montreal, or they're artists, they're comedians who come from somewhere else, and you say, listen, if you can get some Montreal content in there, how does that work?
No, these are all Montreal comedians.
Okay.
Who
you discovered?
Yeah, Freddie is American, and the other 3 were born in Montreal. And Derek Seguin's a francophone who when he talks in his normal life sounds so anglophone, but he does everything as a francophone in the show, and he is funny. So that's what I want to do. I want some unique opportunities. I think people love to go out. There's so much going on in Montreal already, but I see that there's a need. And when I first started in business, I did lots of shows. I brought in Kenny Loggins and Messina, and you know, George Benson and Miles Davis, and I'm going back to that now.
Anthony and Eddie Edwards, who are they're getting ready to perform. They're going to be performing after the next break. I'm pretty excited about that. When people see them perform at a show, the list is endless of who they can do.
Yeah, they do over 100 performers, and Eddie does the females and Anthony does the males. And all I can say is totally amazing.
Like Rod Stewart and
well, they do. And, you know, Elton John and Bocelli. You know, just unbelievable when they do Cher. I mean, you really believe that Cher is on the stage. There's no weak link. Every single performer they do. You know, when they do Stevie Wonder, they even put a special set of teeth in to look like Stevie Wonder's teeth.
Wow.
So they take every single detail that involves makeup, clothing, choreography, and phenomenal singing.
And you have plans to go across Canada?
Oh yeah, like I'd say.
What's the biggest challenge in promoting artists like these?
In this case, it's to get the public to understand, because they're so good that people sometimes feel it's lip sync, but it's not lip sync. They're singing live. You know, when they're going to come on after me, you're going to be amazed when you see how well they sing. And everywhere we take them, when we're going to walk the streets, and when we walk the streets of St. Catherine, people just stop and they said, "Oh my God." All these cameras. Can we take a picture? We can take a picture. People really believe it's the stars.
No, they came into our studio and everybody's taking pictures with these. I'm not going to say who they are, superstars who are about to come out. So yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. We've talked about the amazing Edwards twins, and when we come back, we are going to do one better than that. They're going to be performing for us, Anthony and Eddie, right after. So they're going to be right here in studio. So brace yourself and don't go away.
Great.